In the heart of a bustling metropolis, there dwelled a man named Alexander, whose life seemed like a tapestry woven with threads of success and admiration. Tall, charming, and impeccably dressed, he commanded attention wherever he went. His career as a high-powered executive was the envy of many, and his social circle was a constellation of influential personalities. However, behind Alexander's charismatic facade lay a complex inner world shaped by deep-seated insecurities and a relentless pursuit of validation. From a young age, he had been showered with accolades for his academic prowess and athletic achievements, but genuine emotional connection and validation were scarce commodities in his upbringing. As Alexander ascended the corporate ladder, his narcissistic tendencies blossomed. He thrived on the admiration of others, basking in the glow of compliments and accolades. His grandiosity knew no bounds, and he often embellished his accomplishments to elevate his status even higher. The need for constant admiration became a driving force in his life, fueling his ambition and feeding his ego. In his personal relationships, Alexander's narcissism cast a shadow. He viewed others as mere extensions of himself, valuing them based on their ability to boost his ego. Empathy was a foreign concept to him, as he struggled to understand or connect with the emotions of those around him. His friendships were superficial, built on flattery and convenience rather than genuine emotional bonds. Despite outward appearances of success and charm, Alexander's inner turmoil was palpable. His insatiable hunger for validation left him perpetually unsatisfied, always chasing the next accolade or achievement to fill the void within. Beneath the polished veneer of his persona lay a deep-seated fear of inadequacy and a fragile self-esteem that relied heavily on external validation. It wasn't until a pivotal moment of reckoning that Alexander's journey towards self-awareness began. A close friend, weary of his constant need for attention and lack of empathy, confronted him with unwavering honesty. At first, Alexander's defenses were high, dismissing the feedback as jealousy or misunderstanding. But as the words sank in, he couldn't ignore the truth staring back at him. Seeking solace and understanding, Alexander turned to therapy with a renowned psychologist specializing in personality disorders. The sessions were a voyage into his past, unraveling the tangled web of childhood experiences and societal pressures that had shaped his narcissistic tendencies. Through introspection and self-reflection, he began to peel back the layers of his ego, confronting painful truths and vulnerabilities along the way. The journey was arduous, filled with moments of resistance and introspective breakthroughs. Alexander grappled with the realization that his grandiosity was a shield, masking deep-seated insecurities and a longing for genuine connection. With the guidance of his therapist, he embarked on a path of self-discovery and personal growth, learning to cultivate empathy, humility, and authentic relationships. It wasn't a linear journey, and there were setbacks along the way. Alexander had to confront his own demons, face uncomfortable truths, and embrace vulnerability in a way that felt foreign to his narcissistic tendencies. But with each session, he gained clarity and insight, slowly unraveling the layers of his ego to reveal the authentic self beneath. As time passed, Alexander's transformation became evident in his interactions and relationships. He no longer sought validation from external sources, but found fulfillment in genuine connections and meaningful interactions. His friendships deepened, fueled by empathy and mutual respect rather than superficial flattery. He learned to acknowledge his flaws and vulnerabilities, embracing them as integral parts of his journey towards self-acceptance. In the end, Alexander emerged from his journey with a newfound sense of self-awareness and authenticity. He was still ambitious and driven, but his motivations had shifted from external validation to internal fulfillment. His journey with narcissistic tendencies had been a tumultuous one, but it had led him to a place of genuine connection, empathy, and personal growth.